Coming to you from the Nut House Studios, presented by Gone Squirrel Radio Show. This is the Soapbox Smorgasbord Podcast with your hosts Jason and Ryan. So kick back and enjoy the show. Hey everyone, welcome in for episode 9. Who you gonna call Nutbusters? We are your hosts, Just Jason.
And I'm Rad Ryan.
Yeah. This is our 80s episode, and we are going to be doing some 80s snacks. We're going to talk about some popular things from the 80s.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do this 80s music best of up here.
Yeah.
So, kind of point out a couple things that we have up here that are from the 80s. We got, of course, the regular Nintendo.
Yeah.
We got some California Raisins. We got Barney Rubble. The Flintstones were kind of in their height of popularity.
Super Mario.
We've got some Looney Tunes up here. And some of these things are like pre-80s, but they were kind of in the height of.
Yeah.
We got one of Ryan's favorites, the Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah.
That's his go-to there.
It is.
Start off with some snacks.
Sure, let's do it. Let's dig right in. I'm hungry, man.
So something that came out in the 80s were Hot Pockets. And because we don't do anything normal, we're going to do the Hot Ones Smoky Green Chili Cheese Steak with Los Calientes Verde hot sauce.
All right, let me.
You got me a napkin ready.
Yeah, man. Let me cut it. Got a couple sporks.
We got some new mics that, that's, you can hear the crunch. Hold on.
Oh, crap. Yeah. Here we go.
All right.
Man. Here we go. Yeah. The hot ones.
Oh, that just smells. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Take a whiff of that. I got to have my water ready. You know this is going to be hot.
Oh, boy. I didn't see. Did you show off the box?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I did.
It's all right, man. I'm totally stonage, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Just take a whiff of that. Oh, those are good.
Now we're going to have another piece. Oh,
yep.
Wow. There's the bite.
Yep.
There it is. Man, if this was made with the bomb, we'd be in trouble.
Mm-mm.
It had me sweating over here. Here, I'll cut another piece.
Okay.
That's fire, man. Those are bomb. And I haven't eaten, so this is perfect. All right, this one kind of spilled out a little bit.
It's a little messy.
Yeah. If you want a sport.
Big old piece of jalapeno. Oh, yeah. See these? So we picked up new mics, and you can hear the crunch and everything. It's just...
Well, I eat like a damn camel.
Look, you're going to be able to hear the sweat drip off our foreheads when we're trying some of the spicy stuff.
Well, that's going to happen because these mullet wigs, dude, I was not meant for hair. Not my thing. Even if I had it, I wouldn't have it this long for one thing.
Nope.
It'd be short.
That's bomb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, that's good, dude.
Ooh, that's got a nice little...
Those are bomb. Need some sour cream on those, man. Somebody better call my mama.
Next thing we're going to bust into, and then these came out in the 80s, if I can figure out how to open them. Oh, come on. This has got to be simpler than this. Capri Sun came out in the 80s.
That's right. What's the flavor?
This is Pacific Cooler.
I like the Pacific Cooler, man.
It's got some of those Animal Crossing characters on it.
I like it. I dig it, brother. Yeah, man.
Look at that.
So here we go. Take it off.
Let's shake it off. Taylor Swift.
Whatever. We need to shake her off. Let's stab it. There goes the stab. Don't be just because you're a mark for the Chiefs. Don't be like that. I can't stab it. All right, here we go. Hey, come on!
I don't feel like you're ever too old for a Capri Sun.
You know, when I went from 225 down to the weight I am now, which is about 187, murder, death, kill, this is what happened to my body.
Oh, you're getting it all over yourself.
All over my crotch, too.
There you go.
Oh, man.
Clean it up.
Well, it's good. When we stand up to do this, it's going to like I wet my pants.
It's a nice cover up for you there.
For real, huh?
Mm.
Oh, I got
all
it.
right.
Yeah.
That was good. I like those.
I like it. Mikey likes it.
So another thing that came out in the 80s.
Where's the beef?
Is Lunchables. Lunchables came out in the 80s. The two classic ones were the ham and cheese and the turkey and cheese.
Yeah.
So I got us the ham and cheese.
I mean, it didn't look this way back then. I mean, even with Hot Pockets, it was just ham and cheese.
Yeah.
And that was it. And see, I was a little boy all through the 80s because I was born in 77. So the whole decade was me as a, grade school era little rhino.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Just doesn't want to cooperate. There you go.
Oh, shizzle.
All right. You got to do it right. You got to make the little sandwich.
Yeah, man. You got to make the sandwich.
Yep.
You got to make the sandwich. A little stackable. I'll get a cracker on top. Are you doing that too? You stacking it up?
There's enough.
Oh,
there's enough for us to.
Oh, you can make multiple levels. Give me a piece of cheese, man. Let's make a Big Mac attack.
Oh, there's 5 pieces of cheese.
Oh, who cares? How much meat you got?
There you go. There's only 5. That's weird.
Whatever.
All right, fine.
Yeah. Ready? Once you pop, you can't stop. Well, a mouthful.
These are probably what started America's obsessions and millennials' obsessions with the charcuterie boards.
Oh, yeah. Well,
man,
I'm a finger food guy anyway, so I love steak, block cheese, chop it up, crackers, summer sausage. I love doing that, man.
Some berries.
It's a good thing I was hungry, man. This is satisfactory. Okay. Agua. God's elixir, man.
I'll take another hit off this Capri Sun.
Should I kill mine? I'll probably chop it open to see if I left some remnants of some Capri Sun.
So another thing that we picked up, and Ryan was totally wrong about it. Ryan was listing off some candy bars and drinks and stuff that he.
Well, whatchamacallit's my favorite.
Yeah.
And they didn't have it at Dillon's, but they had one of my other favorites, which is rarely known. Couldn't believe it.
So, one thing that he thought was, what was it, High C? Turned out that was from the 40s.
I thought that was an 80s thing.
I thought Yoo-Hoo was from the 20s.
80s. Yeah, I didn't know it was that early.
I think they were popular then. But a Zero Bar, which we turned around and found out, I believe, was from the 40s as well.
Yeah, I didn't know it was that early either.
So we're going to go ahead and tear
Hershey
into
bars
that.
are, and apparently Snickers is also really old too.
Yeah. Dr. Pepper came out in the 80s, apparently, as a commercial soda.
You guys want to hear a fun fact about these? When I got my wisdom teeth yanked out about 5 years ago, it was just like we were just going to do one, but I said, screw it, just do all 4. I used to put these in the fridge, and I bit into it, and it's got almonds, cracked my back wisdom tooth, and I remember it just coming out on my tongue, and I go, oh, yeah.
Nothing worse than tooth pain.
I'm sorry. Oh, fudge.
It's all right. We're not kid friendly.
Well, listen. Yeah.
Tell us how you really feel.
Hey, listen. Awesome, booger. Revenge of the Nerds. Check it out. The best college movie of all time. Also an 80s movie.
So I'm going to go over some things that I had listed that were popular in the 80s.
Yeah.
Tell me. Okay, so I was born in 86, so I had a few years in the 80s. Ryan was born in the 70s.
But.
So he had the entire 80s.
But I didn't remember anything until about like 84, 85. Because really, you don't really remember much until you hit 7 or.
Yeah.
It seems that way. I don't know.
So acid wash jeans were popular.
Uh-huh.
The fingerless gloves.
MTV.
Rubik's Cubes were popular. Simpsons came out then. Towards the end of the 80s. Donkey Kong Jr. cereal. He-Man came out in the 80s, along with DuckTales, Punky Brewster, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
The Turtles used to be really vicious.
Well,
they're early comics.
And something that I've always understood with the Ninja Turtles was the cartoon was solely created as basically a machine to sell the toys. And I think it was kind of the same with Ghostbusters and a couple of others. Michael Jordan made his debut in the 80s. John Lennon was killed in the 80s. Glow, Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling was popular in the 80s.
Yeah. It was very glamorous. They had pink ropes and stuff. I remember watching it as a little kid.
The shag haircut was popular.
The shaggy haircut?
The shag haircut.
What the heck? We got the shag haircut right now.
I think it was like the one that just kind of went to about.
Why don't we talk about women's hairdos? They had Aquanet. Just spray it and this tall.
The high ponytails were popular. Yeah. Pee-wee's Playhouse, Inspector Gadget, Thundercats, and Voltron were all popular shows that came out in the 80s.
You know what kind of hairstyle I had in the 80s? You guys wouldn't know this, but it is an 80s show. I can't remember the kid's name, but the little boy in 8 is Enough, I had his hairstyle. So picture a little kid that looks like Justin Bieber. Yeah, I had the typical young little boys, flippy doo-dop.
Nintendo and Atari both came out in the 80s.
Itchy, miss.
It is.
I hate
we got to get it out. Checkered blazers. You ever wear a checkered blazer?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Oh, no, I had corduroys. I had a lot of corduroy pants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. See, and then there's all sorts of good music, all sorts of good movies. Which today we're going to do an 80s music. Another day we got to do an 80s movies one.
Yeah, and a video game system versus video game system.
We've got some toys around up here that are
technically this is not the OG.
Yeah.
You would have in the 80s it'd be Atari. 2600 and 7800. I just don't have it. I just have Nintendo.
Yep.
That was my first system. So.
Polly Pocket was popular. Pound Puppies. Monster in My Pocket. Do you remember Monster in My Pocket?
I don't.
Do you remember Boglins?
Don't.
They were like. What about Monster Balls? Do you remember those?
No. I'll tell you what I had. I had the big LJN wrestlers, which we had an episode for that. They were terrible to play with, but what I played with the most throughout my childhood, I had lots of G.I. Joes.
G.I. Joes.
We got the tall one. There's Duke right there.
Yep. And
but we don't have any small ones.
If we push the button on the back of Duke, he still works surprisingly.
Nice.
And the box has never been open.
They did them that big and they weren't that popular, so they went smaller. And then they had this little black rubber band inside, and you can change them out because they moved. I mean, it was nowadays a lot of figures. You can move their wrists, you can move their ankles. Man, G.I. Joes were ahead of their time. And I had a lot of G.I. Joes, and I had a block of wood. It was like yay big, and my uncle helped me with this, and we hammered some big nails in there, some thick rubber bands, and that was my ring. And I used my G.I. Joes for wrestlers. And, man, I had an awesome indie fed. I call it an indie fed, like an independent federation. It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Called Top City Wrestling. Yeah.
Let's see, I mean, action figures used to, like your LJNs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They had almost no points
They couldn't move.
Of movement.
You just slammed them on the concrete. I'm surprised mine are still in good condition the paint, most of the paint's on them,
Mm-hmm.
even though I will be customizing them because I'm ready to change them up. I don't care about reselling them. I mean, they're more for me anyway, for display.
So
it's cool as that little lights glittering off your mullet.
Oh yeah. It's like a
yeah, and it's a little bit of glam rock thing going on.
Just need a Monte Carlo. All right. We ready
or a Pinto. Yeah. Okay. We got enough cord here?
Check.
Okay. Yeah, guys, we're messing with audio here, so
right.
hopefully it resonates. So just bear with us. Check out my new shirt. Macho Madness.
So
Yeah.
speaking of shirts,
Yeah.
These are the podcast shirts we were telling everyone about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they are $10. So if you hear this, if you see this, and you like it, a little more yellow than I thought. I thought they were going to be kind of like an off green, but I like them.
And eventually we're going to get 100% polyester so you can wick the sweat. Eventually we'll do that because I'm not a big cotton fan because I get armpit stains right here.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm bad about that. But anyway.
Our first matchup is Madonna versus Lee Greenwood.
Greenwood.
So Like a Virgin versus Proud to Be American.
Oh.
What? We can sing?
Well, I'm gonna. And I'm not claiming to be, I probably should keep my day job, which I've had for almost 17 years, but boy, man.
So on this one, I instantly got to go with Madonna. Lee Greenwood had a couple good hits.
But not like Madonna.
But Madonna has had the staying power to last for years and years.
Yeah, she's a total douchebag.
Yeah.
But anyways.
We going Madonna.
Madonna.
Okay.
So Papa don't preach. He should have preached at her a lot more, honestly.
Well, yeah.
I lost the cat. Whatever. Okay, we got Slaughter, which is a great name for. It more sounds like a metal band, but they weren't a metal band. Slaughter versus Faster Pussycat, which I've seen both. And it was later on in the 2000s when I saw them with Poison and Cinderella. That was the group, and I saw them at Sandstone over in Botter Springs. So, I, for one, Faster Pussycat's a cool name, but they only had like 2 hits. I'm going Slaughter, baby.
I'm good with that.
We ain't talking about the original G.I. Joe, the wrestler Sergeant Slaughter. Attention, hood, maggot. All right, cool.
All right. Next up on this side, we have Janet Jackson versus Charlie Pride.
Ooh.
I mean, I don't know.
I think Janet Jackson all day.
Janet Jackson's talented.
She had some good hits back in the day.
I like me some Charlie Pride though too.
I like the chunkier version of Janet Jackson, but she had some weight to her. I don't know what it was, man. Just worked with her.
I'm alright with going Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
I mean, Charlie Pride has got a special place in my heart. Kiss an Angel, Good Morning, and some of his other songs.
He did have some good hits, though. And we had to mix in. We mixed in not just rock music. We threw in some country artists. We threw in some rap because rap was in its infant stage back then. So, okay. Winger versus Prince. And honestly, that is a no-brainer. Yeah. I like Winger, but they ain't got nothing on Prince. Now, Prince is all day. And Prince actually resonates with the new generation. I know people from the new generation that likes Prince's music and Michael Jackson's music. So which is refreshing.
My next one, we got Wham versus Beastie Boys. You Brass Monkey or Wake Me Up Before You Go?
You know, Beastie Boys has more hits than Brass. I like Brass Monkey, but, but they got some.
That's the one that everyone always goes to.
And they got a lot of good hits. But I like Wham too, though, man. You know what, dude? I'm sorry, but Beastie Boys have to take a back seat on this one. I'm going
Wham.
Yeah, got to go Wham. George Michael.
I'm all right with that.
Yeah. Cyndi Lauper versus Stacey Q. If you don't know who Stacey Q is, you need to check her out. She had one hit wonder. but she was really fly and beautiful. But Cyndi Lauper's going to win because of the hit factor. Everybody knows who she is.
Well, and then she's got that tie to pro wrestling.
Yep.
Captain Lou Albano.
And tie with pro, because WrestleMania won.
Mm-hmm.
So Cyndi Lauper, good old Cyndi. And another one that current generation actually likes.
We've got a doozy for you here. We got Run DMC versus the Oak Ridge Boys.
Okay, I call them Run Down MCs because I don't like Run DMC.
You know?
I'm not a big fan. There's a dude right there. Yep. I'm sorry. I know that Oak Ridge Boys have that Elvira, my heart's on fire. Run DMC, I guess. Because they are... Yeah. They really ushered in a lot of rap artists in that mid to late 80s. And that's why, and I'm a huge gangster rap fan in the 90s, so I get it. But I always call them rundown MCs. I never thought they were that great. Even though they wore Adidas, and I got Adidas trainer pants on, so jogging pants, whatever. I'm going to flip my hair back and put some Aquanet in. We got the Police with Sting, not confused with the wrestler. The Police versus Cinderella. I'm going Cinderella. They had so many hits. Well, dude, it's up to you. Because, I mean, those both are good. Both of them are good.
We're going to roll this one.
Both are good.
I like the Police. Oh, what do we got? Paper, rock, scissors.
All
right.
Now you got me. Police, you won't get arrested now because you chose a Police. Me, on the other hand,
all right,
hook 'em and book 'em, son.
This one's kind of up in the air for me because I'm not a huge fan of either one. But AC/DC versus Duran Duran. I'm not the hugest fan of either.
I don't like AC/DC. I know that's not unpopular, but they are very it's North Topeka music.
You want Duran?
Topeka music, yes. Duran Duran, all day. Now, I'm just not a big fan of AC/DC. I like a few of their hits, but Duran Duran's awesome. And anyway.
Oh, heavyweights.
Don't shoot the messenger. We got Guns N' Roses, which is late 80s, versus Kiss. Now, Kiss was the majority of the 80s. They also did some 70s stuff. But I'm sorry, Kiss, as far as a presentation factor, I like them.
It's ridiculous.
I don't like a lot of their music, though. I like Lick It Up. I like Beth. But I'm not a big fan of all their, I like Love Gun. But I'm not a big fan of a lot of their music. So I'm going Guns N' Roses, GNR.
I'm all right with that. There's not a wrong answer on that one.
I'd like to pick up the mic and do Axl Rose, but, he's used up these days. But anyways. Sorry, Gene Simmons. Tell one of your many girlfriends, 4,000, I think, said hello.
All right. We got Dolly Parton versus Aerosmith.
That's an easy one for me because I don't like Aerosmith.
You mean you don't want to miss a thing?
No, I'm going Dolly.
Don't want to close my eyes.
Listen, to this day, I can watch 9 to 5.
So we work.
Great movie. Yeah, working 9 to 5. Dolly Parton, and she's still with us, and she looks.
She just put out new music.
She looks less like a grandma than Steven Tyler does.
Not to mention,
Steven Tyler looks like a grandma.
Not to mention, Dolly Parton does this thing where if you don't have kids in smaller communities, and I don't know if it's everywhere, a lot of states have picked it up. She has this thing called Dolly Parton's Library. And so kids 5 and under that aren't necessarily going to be exposed to books in school, that are preschool age, she sends them books every month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we get them for Pete.
That's cool.
And I think his wraps up because he turns 5 soon, but yeah.
Think about someday when you tell him that story about Dolly Parton and that
gave
correlation. Yeah, that's cool. She'd probably like to hear that. We got to think about Dolly. How old is she? In her 80s now? Something like that? All right. Well, anyways. I mean, I don't think I would do her, but anyways. If it's Mae Young, that's a different story. So we got Pantera versus Rush. Now, before anybody says anything, yes, Pantera was in the 80s, but they did glam rock before, because they were all huge fans of Kiss. But they did glam rock before they realized it was this isn't working. and then they switched to metal, which that's the version I like. So Pantera versus Rush. I do like some of Rush's stuff, but Pantera, I realize they were not a big hit till the 90s, but Pantera, way better than Rush. But Rush had a lot of hits in the 80s. So what should we do? I would give.
I'll let you make the call on that one.
All right, we'll just go with Tom Sawyer.
Okay.
We'll go with Rush on this one. I mean, it's because Pantera was in its infancy in the 80s. That's why. So we'll go Rush. Okay.
Next one on this side is Michael Jackson versus Whitney Houston. That's a tough one.
Both of them are good, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Michael Jackson broke so many record labels.
And his music is still
it lives
popular
on
today.
Yeah, and Whitney had hits, but she's not. Okay, let's say I went up to a kid that's, let's say, 14 years old, and I said, Whitney Houston or Michael Jackson? They'll know Michael Jackson first.
Most people outside of the one Whitney Houston song, they're not going to know any of her other hits. Whereas Michael Jackson, Black and White, Thriller, and then you even roll back into the Jackson 5 stuff, Rockin' Robin and stuff like that.
Well, Billie Jean's one of my favorites.
Billie Jean.
And I have that. I have a lot of his music, 8-bit. I have a lot of it for like ringtones, but it's 8-bit sound, which is cool because he had video games. He had a video game on Nintendo back in the day called Moonwalker. Okay.
Yep.
So, Mike. All right. Hee hee. All right, Iron Maiden. Run to the hills. Run for your life. All right, Iron Maiden versus Metallica. Metallica. Now, artistically, I love their artwork. Metallica had a lot of good artwork on their albums too.
Yep.
But Metallica all day long. I gotta put them over.
Huey Lewis in the News versus U2.
Huey Lewis in the News.
U2's popular.
They are,
and they still have new stuff that comes out. I think they have new stuff still
every once in a while. Bono.
Every once in a while, but
Bono's a strange one.
But yeah, I agree. Huey Lewis.
Yeah, Huey Lewis in the News. Ooh, we get to go into the rap section. Here we go. And this is late 80s on both of these.
Yeah.
All right. One of my favorites, Too Short versus Rakim and Eric B.
I'm going Too Short.
All day, Too Short.
Yeah.
Man, Too Short versus Metallica? Uh-oh.
LL Cool J versus Judas Priest.
LL Cool J. I don't like Judas Priest. Sorry.
Okay.
They have one song that's all right, I guess. I mean, they look like used up gay bikers. I don't know what to say. Anyway, whatever. It's the truth. All right. Sugar Hill Gang versus Kool in the Gang.
I gotta go Kool in the Gang, man.
Celebrate good times. Come on. But I do like Sugar Hill Gang too. But
Queen versus Bryan Adams. I gotta go Queen. That's easy for me. Queen just has too many hits.
And once again, we got to look at what songs are listened to today. Do you know?
Hypes the crowd up like "We Will Rock You" and "We Are the Champions."
Man, when I was downtown when KU won the championship, and I've done that multiple times, they always play those two songs in concession.
Yeah. My 4-year-old asks for "We Will Rock You" all the time.
Nice.
And so
that says a lot. You don't hear him asking for Bryan Adams at all, right? Even though I like some of Bryan Adams stuff.
He asked for "We Will Rock You," "Dumb Ways to Die," and the Whopper or the Burger King song.
Well, anytime I think about Burger King, I always think about "Where's the Beef?" That old lady.
Yeah.
Because she was in WrestleMania too, and they had microphone problems, so you didn't hear what she said. So that's actually a legit thing. You can watch WrestleMania 2, and it's always that way. All right. So we got Journey, which is still popular with current generation, versus Foreigner. This one's tough because I like Foreigner.
I like Journey.
I want to know what love is. I want you to know.
Are we rolling it? Because I said Germany, but you're foreigner.
Yeah, we're rolling, dude. I'm going foreigner, man.
We gotta get a different. There we go.
Oh, now, okay, because of
reroll.
We landed like this because of these glitter nuts. It landed like this, so it says paper, rock, scissors, Orion. Ryan. So, because it went half and half, I guess we'll roll again, right?
Yeah, roll it again.
Yep, roll again. Up.
Ryan.
I got it. Get her.
Foreigner. Right. Bruce Springsteen versus the Pet Shop Boys.
Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Because, man, dude, he's got an American anthem. You know, come on. And Bruce Springsteen is he's awesome. The boss. All right, anyways. Tina Turner versus the Fat Boys are back. I like Tina Turner. She had a couple hits, but man, I'm going Fat Boys because that's my
I'm cool with Fat Boys.
And they had an awesome movie called The Disorderlies back in the 80s. Look it up. And it's on Amazon Prime. I bought it recently. The Disorderlies. The Fat Boys are back.
We got Grandmaster Flash versus Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. I'm going Grandmaster Flash. We're going to have to roll. I think that's what's going to have to happen.
We're going to have to roll.
Because you're going with Tom, ain't you?
Yep.
Now, I've seen Tom Petty and Joe Walsh in concert. But, man, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, they got so many hits. White lines.
Oh, man.
Roll again?
It's been a day. What do we got? Hold
on, let me throw my hair back.
Roll again. It rolled about everywhere.
I'm about to shoot it, dude. Roll again? Come on. I got it. Man, I'm getting it all out.
Roller's luck.
Oh, what am I doing? Oh, you got to put this in, bro. It's you, man.
Flash.
Just put in Flash. Dun-da. Oh, well, that's...
Oh, wait.
Sorry, that's...
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting backwards. So, when I just did that, that's Queen. And that's from the movie Flash Gordon.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome movie, by the way. Ted and his compadre. What was his friend's name that wished for him? The Ted the Bear, because they love the Flash Gordon movie. Flash, da-da.
Oh,
King of the Universe.
You would ask him.
I don't know. Who cares what his name is? It was Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Who cares? Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah. Oh, we could have put that up here.
Yep.
In the Funky Bunch.
What you got?
All right, we got Ozzy Osbourne versus Aldo Nova. Not a lot of people are going to know Aldo Nova, but he had a couple hits. But Ozzy has a lot of hits. Mr. Crowley. Ozfest. I always wanted to go to Ozfest, but it was just a bunch of dirty crowd members and band members. I mean, just straight North Topeka trash. Your turn, dude.
Billy Joel versus Pat Benatar.
Ooh.
I know more Billy Joel songs.
Me too. I like Pat Benatar, but man, it's Billy Joel.
Billy Joel. Okay. She got over there.
This one's going to be a fun one. Motley Crue versus Poison. Woo! Both of those were powerhouses in the 80s.
I know.
But Motley
Crue songs.
Motley Crue, a lot of their members are used up these days.
Yeah.
Poison guys, they took care of themselves. You know, Bret Michaels is still doing shows. You know, you can't.
I know
Vince
more
Neil, he
Motley
looks
Crue.
haggard as all heck. So this is what happens when you don't. If you party a bunch, you become a burnout. That's just the way it is.
I know more Motley Crue than Poison, but
well, I listen.
We can either roll it or
I'm torn too. What, are we gonna roll it against each other? Because I'm torn as well. But I'm gonna go like this.
Here we go. A and B.
Well,
we got our coin.
Okay, real quick. So, you know, Dr. Feel Good. Okay. Heads.
Bottom one.
Bottom.
Poison.
Huh?
Poison.
Going Poison?
Yep.
All right. So, but Poison, Every Rose Has Its Thorn. I've seen young kids singing that song. See? There you go.
Lionel Richie versus ZZ Top.
I liked Lionel Richie more when he was with the Commodores, and that was 70s. I'm not a humongous ZZ Top fan. They're kind of in the same realm as AC/DC with me. And I don't care about. They were known for their beards, which I'm going back to that. So anyway,
all right, it was Lionel.
Lionel, he wins. We're not talking about Lionel from Thundercats, right?
I mean, it's 80s.
It is 80s. All right. Now I looked this up because a lot of people could argue this because Willie Nelson, who also did music back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, so did Waylon Jennings. Waylon Jennings, most of his hits were in the 80s. So Waylon Jennings by far is one of my probably top 5 favorite country artists of all time. Waylon Jennings versus Kenny Rogers. I like Kenny Rogers, but he ain't got nothing on Waylon.
You gotta know when to hold them.
Well,
go ahead.
I hear you.
Waylon.
But just
I'm good.
One of the greatest, just the good old boys, never meaning no harm. Mama, don't let your babies grow up and be beta boys. All right, there we go. Cowgirls, I guess, right?
Hall & Oates versus Salt and Pepper. So I used to, before I knew who they were, I thought Hall & Oates was like Holland Oates, like the country Holland,
like Oates from Holland.
I guess.
I'm going Hall & Oates.
Yeah.
Oh, freaking Daryl Hall and I can't remember what Oates' first name was. I know it's Daryl Hall.
H&O.
All right, Alabama versus Neighbors with Attitude, NWA. So, Alabama has a lot of good hits, and so does NWA, and that's when the gangster rap era started to happen.
What's funny about that matchup is like Alabama with all their Dixie Land Delight and all that stuff is
mountain music.
Yeah. Man, NWA really helped set.
Yes, it did.
Set the tone.
Yes, it did.
Alabama had a whole bunch of hits, and I'm more a country fan than.
Yeah.
I'm more a country fan than I am rap fan. But that being said, I feel like NWA. I feel like.
Yeah, I like NWA.
Country would still be what it is today without Alabama. Whereas.
Well, they went mainstream in a lot of ways.
Yeah. But I don't think rap is where it is without NWA.
I understand what you're saying. Because they're kind of, you got Run DMC. Like back in the day, a lot of rappers didn't even curse or anything. And then Too Short and NWA came around and they started, saying certain things.
We have a visitor.
Oh, yeah. Listen.
Flipping it?
Let's flip it again because that's a tough one.
Don't push buttons.
Yes, Neko, stop.
Bottom. NWA.
NWA wins. Oh, look. Neko with attitude. Get out of here, Neko.
I got Phil Collins versus Curtis Blow.
Oh, what a great name that is.
Curtis
Blow.
I gotta go Phil Collins.
Yeah, he had tons of hits. He only had These Are the Breaks. He only had a few hits.
I know.
Him and Big Daddy Kane, they only had a few hits. This one's going to be fun coming up. But I already know my answer.
There you go.
All right. So I've seen this next band. I saw them here in Lawrence on the street for free. I also saw them back in the day at Smoking Grooves with Cypress Hill. Public Enemy.
See, I saw them in WCW.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And with Master P and No Limit Records.
Yeah.
So rap is crap. Oh, that's a whole nother story. That's what were they called?
West Texas Rednecks.
That's right. That group was great. So Public Enemy versus John Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi all day. Once again, new generation, they listen to Bon Jovi all the time. I catch them a lot listening to Bon Jovi. And he also took care of himself.
All right. For my next one, we got Madonna versus Janet Jackson.
Where'd that cat go?
I don't know. Way under there.
I didn't say cat.
I still gotta go Madonna.
Let me mark your nose. Yeah, Madonna. Okay. Yes, by far.
All right.
Slaughter versus Prince. Prince. That was easy. I was ready. That was easy. I was ready for that answer.
All right. Wham versus Run DMC.
Wham, bam, thank you, man. I mean, ma'am. I don't know. It depends. We know it's George Michael. But anyways, Cyndi Lauper versus the Police. Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah. Let's see, we're kind of buzzing through these. We had a harder time on the
last
matchup.
Round. That next matchup's gonna be good.
Duran versus Dolly Parton. Here you go, Dolly.
I look at it from a respect standpoint. The fact that she's still around and Duran obviously is not. Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton still does stuff. So, I don't know.
What you doing, Neko?
Neko, you better not knock anything over. Man, I swear, we're going to have another cat up in here, too. How are we going to film these? We're going to have... we got a new one coming. It's going to be called Oosie, or Oos for short.
Yep.
It's gonna be something else.
What you got?
Guns N' Roses versus Rush. GNR.
Guns N' Roses.
GNR, that was an easy one.
Michael Jackson versus Huey Lewis and the News.
Michael Jackson.
MJ.
That was easy. Yeah, just put MJ. It's easier.
Okay.
Metallica versus Too Short. Metallica.
Ooh.
I like Too Short. Don't get me wrong.
Let's roll it.
Okay.
Ooh, roll again. What we got?
Roll again.
Dice in here.
That dice is messed up. It's got a mind of its own.
Oh, paper, rock, scissors.
Oh, you smashed me. Too Short wins.
All right.
That goes out to Blowjob Betty.
LL Cool J versus Queen.
Queen. Queen wins. No, I like LL Cool J, but he don't got nothing on Queen. And I think he would.
Does he do anything anymore other than
Well, he does the lip sync battle. I don't know if it's on. That's right. Is that even on MTV anymore? It was good. I liked it.
Someone else picked it up.
Well, I liked it. I remember when Method Man was doing that rap battle thing. It was pretty good. Or Drop the Mic or whatever it's called. It was good. I liked it. Anyways, Kool and the Gang versus Foreigner. I'm going Foreigner. We rolling?
Yep. Wait.
I'm going Foreigner, dude. I like Kool and the Gang, but they didn't have. They were more famous in the 70s, but I'm going Foreigner. Foreigner.
Like Kool and the Gang.
Okay.
Roll again.
Seriously.
Oh.
Roll again? What? Come on. Paper, rock, scissors.
All right.
There you go. Boy, I am losing. Cool.
Springsteen versus Grandmaster Flash. How do you go Springsteen? He's got so many more hits.
Yeah, I'll go Bruce. You can put the Boss if you want. Born in America.
Okay.
Born in the USA. Hopefully that doesn't sound too loud. I hope not.
No, I don't think it will.
All right. Ozzy versus the Fat Boys with a Z. And the Ozzy with two Z's.
I think we got to go Ozzy.
Yeah. Fat Boys ain't around no more. In fact, I think there's only one member alive.
I mean, Ozzy's barely around anymore.
I don't know. Well, he's mentally not around, I'll tell you that.
He's got some health issues.
Well, he fried his brain.
Uh-huh.
He caused himself nerve damage and all kinds of because, dude, he did doing all them uppers and drinking. Man, he became a burnout. That's terrible, man.
Billy Joel versus Lionel Richie.
I think if it wasn't for his wife, he would have been dead a long time ago. That's what's sad. Anyway.
Billy Joel versus Lionel Richie.
Billy Joel.
Yep. I'm all right with that. Both very good, but
Poison versus Waylon Jennings.
I go Waylon.
Me too. I like Waylon Jennings.
Hall and Oates versus Phil Collins. Ooh, that's tough. They both got a bunch of good songs. Look, because of Tarzan, you almost have to go Phil.
Shoot. I like Hall and Oates. We're going to have to roll.
Oh, what do we got?
Roll again. I thought maybe when it hit my foot, at least Ryan would pop up. I'm losing these big time. Paper, rock, scissors again.
Hold on.
It's kind of half and half. It is half and half. Well, it dropped to me.
Let's re-roll it.
Roll again.
It's easier to roll it down here because of all the chords.
But where's the wham? Hit it.
That one. Yeah. I like that. Hopefully that came through. Our last mixer, we had issues with those coming through.
Roll again? Okay, we're doing paper, rock, scissors. Maybe I can win one this time. I got it.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hall and Oates.
And...
Oh.
Okay.
Not confused with HBO.
Yeah.
Human body odor. NWA, Necco with Attitude versus Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi. Absolutely.
Madonna versus Wham. I gotta go Wham, man.
Yeah.
I like Madonna, but
she don't have nothing on Wham. Wham had a lot of awesome hits.
Ooh, we're getting some tough ones though.
Yes, we are.
Like yours right now.
All right. Prince versus Cyndi Lauper. I'm a big funk fan, and Prince is inspired by Parliament Funk. He's inspired by Parliament Funkadelic. He's a big James Brown fan. Prince.
Dolly Parton versus Michael Jackson.
Yeah, sad. Did you hear about what came out, why he passed away? He took medication that wasn't prescribed. And he had a cold, and guess what it was laced with? Fentanyl. That's what came out. That's terrible. Ended his life early. Sad.
Dolly versus Michael Jackson.
Dolly's going to have to go back. I mean, Michael Jackson has to win this one. MJ has to win. It's just, come on. MJ.
That's so tough.
Yeah.
All right. That was borderline.
Yeah, but we've been rolling.
No, the flip.
The flip? Okay. But look, dude, one side's got a jackass.
Well, I put a T for the top one and a D for the bottom one. I'm going to get an actual coin made, though.
Like a big coin or something.
Yeah.
Something that has that on the.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. All right, Guns N' Roses versus Too Short. I got to go Guns N' Roses.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I'm right with that.
GNR. Plus, I have seen Guns N' Roses, and I also saw in Los Angeles at the Whiskey Go-Go, I saw Slash from Guns N' Roses. He did songs with Cypress Hill.
Yep.
How cool is that?
Queen versus Bruce Springsteen.
Queen.
Yep. Okay.
Kool and the Gang versus Ozzy. I mean, I like some of Ozzy's stuff. I don't like everything, but man, he has such a humongous library of music. I like funk. I like R&B and stuff, and that's why it's tough for me to say that I want Ozzy to go for it.
Yeah, go Ozzy.
All right.
Billy Joel versus Hall & Oates. I gotta go with Billy Joel.
Hall & Oates. Okay, Hall & Oates. I love Hall & Oates. You got it. I actually gave it to him this time. Usually I'm like on the teeter with paper, rock, scissors.
Normally I'm better on the paper, rock, scissors, and you're better on the dice. So.
Yeah. Okay, we got Waylon Jennings versus Bon Jovi.
Waylon.
Yeah.
Wham versus Michael Jackson. I gotta go Michael Jackson.
Yep.
I like Wham, but Michael Jackson. So much
MJ,
more.
dude. Yeah. All right. So we got Prince versus GNR, Guns N' Roses.
Prince.
Yeah. That's tough. I like
It's
GNR,
tough,
but Prince, man.
You look at the overall body of work.
No, Prince has got a song that a lot of people don't know about. It's from the Gold album. Remember when he became the artist formerly known as Prince because of contract disputes over his name, his likeness, or whatever?
Yeah.
He had an album called the Gold album. That album's awesome. He actually curses in it and stuff, which is odd because usually he don't do that. But he had a song called Pussy Control. Yeah, that's a good song. Prince. I knew girls back in the day that loved that song. Which, well, I'll do green again. I use that change colors, but whatever.
We're down towards the end.
Well, if I had purple, it'd be great for Prince.
Queen versus Billy Joel. I'm gonna go Queen.
Yeah.
I like Billy Joel, but
me too. But he ain't got Queen. I mean, it's almost like Freddie Mercury knew, and even though once again had really good stage presence, but struggled in his personal life big time. Elvis was like that too. They just struggled. A lot of these guys, man, when you're in the spotlight like that, you struggle, and then you have drugs. If you're into men, women, whatever, just thrown at you. Oh, man, I mean, you think about how great of a life that would be, but I bet they were miserable. They seemed like they were. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not in their head, so I don't know. Ozzy Osbourne versus Waylon Jennings. Waylon Jennings, I'm sorry, Ozzy, you can't do it.
Yeah, Waylon. Ooh, this is tough. Michael Jackson versus Queen. I mean, you just got to think of
Michael Jackson.
How many hits both?
I mean, this is going to look like a work, guys, but I already know what I want to pick for the next one, too.
I think I'm all the same.
Yeah. So we got Prince versus Waylon Jennings.
Prince.
I love Waylon Jennings, but I got to pick Prince. And this is a great matchup. I mean, listen, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It just happened this way. We don't rehearse. Okay. Guys, we do like a test in the beginning.
We do an audio test.
Yeah, well, we had to for all these new mics, but and also with it over our mullet wigs, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, we freestyle this.
Man, that's tough.
I'm sorry, I'm going Prince on this one. Mike. Well, my issue, I'm looking at Mike as far as we can't just go by how much money he made. I look at his personal life and stuff like that. I realize you separate the art from the artist. I get that. I do like Michael Jackson's music. Don't get me wrong, but it lacks the funk. Now, earlier Michael Jackson stuff like Off the Wall and stuff like that, it was funky, but can't mess with Prince.
Well, Prince was. I mean,
I don't know. I'm going Prince
because Michael Jackson.
We're gonna have to roll this one.
You gotta think Michael Jackson covered several different genres.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go back as far as his Jackson 5 stuff, then he has.
I understand he was a breakout star in the Jackson 5. I get that.
Man,
a lot of his.
We're gonna have to roll this.
Yeah, because I'm going Prince, dude. Got to do it. And the Revolution.
What we got?
I got it. Prince wins.
All right.
So you got he versus who. So Prince wins. But I'm going to do a different color. Now this is close as I can get to purple. So purple rain, purple rain.
All right.
And Darling Nikki. Man, he has so many good hits. 7 is a good song by him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 7.
I don't think that there is. I don't think there's a wrong answer.
Losing the pin.
Once we got down to that last 8, it just there was no incorrect answer.
Yeah, man, that was a tough one. That was a good finals.
Yeah.
I mean, because both of those guys, if you go on YouTube, there is a part where James Brown is on stage. He brings Michael up, and Michael mimics his dance moves and barely can contain himself because James Brown was a hero to him. He was a hero to Prince, too. Yeah. But Prince also loved Parliament Funkadelic as well. And we could have put Parliament Funkadelic up here with George Clinton. Because the song Erotic City, Prince.
Yeah.
Prince covered Erotic City. And Erotic City is an awesome song by Parliament Funkadelic. Actually, it's just George Clinton by himself. But Erotic City is one of my favorites, dude.
And see, we left, like we said, and kind of the same with when we did the horror one of these. There's so many.
Yeah, we have to leave stuff out.
You have to leave stuff out.
Yeah.
You have to kind of spread the love to all the different genres. I mean, we could have done this all rock. We could have done this all metal. We could have done this all country.
That's why we mixed it up.
And we had to mix it up.
We gotta keep it spicy. I feel like if we would have just done a certain genre, how's that fun?
Yeah.
Right? Like if we did 90s, we could do gangster rap, grunge. We could do pop. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can do alternative.
Let's see. I think eventually we'll do another 80s. We'll definitely do one with movies. We'll do one with TV shows. Actually, I think what would be cool is to do like an 80s TV show theme song.
So you think blondes are color? What do you think? What you think, ladies? Is blonde our color?
The carpet does match the drapes.
Yeah, yeah, it does.
But
I dyed mine down there recently.
Okay.
Because I got dude, if I got gray hair down there, then I don't have to bleach nothing. I can just add some blonde color to it, and I'm good. Hey, hold on a second. I gotta see if this works.